Good morning, welcome to Rob's Basement. What I'm going to talk about today is how to build a simple wooden target for your own backyard. We're taking two 2x8 pieces of wood, so basically 2 inches by 8 feet long. Alrighty, and then you have 2.5 inch screws. We'll put this all together. It's simple, it's easy, not hard to put together. The reason I am doing this is because most people buy expensive stuff online or through stores that end up breaking within a week, doesn't work. This is easy to make. It cost me less than 20 bucks to buy the stuff that I needed, and if I need to replace the parts, it's easy and cheap, and it doesn't cost that much for lumber. You can even go to lumber stores and get it for even cheaper and search around. Alright, the reason I'm doing this is for hunters, home protectors, and marksmen. Make sure that their actual stuff is up to par and shooting straight. Alright, so if you want to, we can go to the next scene, which we're going to go show you a little slide, basically what I went over already, but you can go ahead and pause, or you can continue on and we can go ahead and talk about the safety features. Welcome back. Alright, now what we're going to talk about is a few tools that you're going to need to construct your wooden target. One, tape measure. Another would be a drill. Now you can either use cordless or powered. Skill saw to cut your wood, make sure you true cut. If you don't have enough money for one of these, you can also get a handsaw. That'll take a little bit longer, but cheaper. If you don't have a drill, you can use a simple screwdriver, but that's going to take a lot of torque work on your forearm, trust me. Alright, drill bits if you need them to pre-drill your holes. And also either, I like these, which is an angle. It also gives you a level and also gives you your measurements on there to give straight lines. These are the tools you need. Now, since we're going over the tools here, now what we should talk more about is safety. Because safety, because if you're not safe, you're going to end up taking one of these off. And the reason I say that, if you're cutting with this saw, say for instance, and you're going along, never put your hand in front of the saw. You're going to lose a digit. Alrighty? Also on these saws on here, they have safety features. Do not modify these safety features. They're there for your own safety. Okay? On this one on here, it's got a trigger safety. So you click the trigger and then you push and then go. Alright, but also when you're also cutting, make sure you hold into the wood with a firm grip. Let the saw do its thing. Do not force it. Okay? Now you got the drill. Drill is pretty simple and easy, but most people do make mistakes. When you're actually using a drill, and you're taking this and you're placing it in there, all you want is just enough pressure when you're pushing down on it to go into the wood. Once it gets into the wood, let it take care of itself. Do not keep holding it, do not press down, or you end up going to go through your hand, and that's going to hurt. Alright, so that is my basic safety tips for that part. Also, last but not least, make sure you're wearing eye protection, because this thing will throw dust, it could throw chips up, and get into your eyes. That is my safety tips for actually constructing this wooden target. Alright, you can continue on to the next slide, which will show what I've just covered. You can feel free to pause and read. Next, we're actually going to start going over the building of the structure. Alright, welcome back. Alright, so what you see here on the floor is the starting of the structure. I've already pre-cut everything on there. So, basic measurements. Top board, 35 inches. Your two tall boards here, the height is going to be 6 feet. And then the middle lower board, that's a support and also the brace for it, but the bottom is going to be only 32 inches. Now remember, you got to make sure you make an account of measuring. The reason I did 32 inches because of the two boards in between here cut off some of that. So now that I got them pre-cut on here, and I got it set down here. This is the easiest way to kind of make sure you got everything, one, cut right, and two, you know where you're going to want to start putting your wood on the structure. Alright, so what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to start by adding one side on here. So I'm going to take my screws that we mentioned, and then a drill, simple drill. Got everything lined up, make sure it's flush. Okay, you're going to place your screw in here, hold it, ease it in. Alright, once you got it in, like I said, don't force it, let it do its job. And just finish it in. Nice and snug. Okay, I'm going to place my second one in there. Alright, make sure that you're centered. You don't want to peek out on either side of the piece of the wood. Alright, I got it to where I want to go. Make sure it's flush. Alright, so that's my one side here. Now I'm going to go ahead and continue down. I'm going to grab my level. Okay. I'll place my level in the middle. Make sure I got it perfectly lined. Now when the bubble's in the middle, that means it's level on all three sides. As long as they're in the middle, you're fine. Alright, the reason I did this height, and I did it as eye base, as knee high. And the reason I did it as knee high, because most people when you're shooting at targets, you're not going to shoot anything lower than the knees. Alright? So now what I'm going to go ahead and do is going to go ahead, so I get everything level, and make sure I got it in the middle. Get it started. I know it's in. Let it go. Alright, so I got the first one in. Check my level. It's still sitting. I got to slip it up just a little bit. Alright, still level. Take my next screw. Get it started. Oop. Like I said, be careful with your hands so you don't force it. Alright, I know I got it started. I'm going to make sure it's nice and flush if you can. Alright, so that's one side. So we're going to go ahead and go to the slide where it's going to explain what you need for this project and what you need to do. Alright, so you can pause this video and read over the instructions. Or also, at that time of pause, you can go ahead and start doing your side and the other side. I'm going to go ahead and continue on and finish the other side, and we'll be right back. Alright, welcome back. Alright, so I completed the structure and screwed in all corners. But what I noticed that my frame was a little shaky, so I decided to make a modification. So I apologize in the video from the beginning. Alright, so what you want to do is cut one more piece of 35 inches across for the bottom of the frame. Now, here's the key thing about wood. Always buy more. More is better. Never have just the right amount, otherwise you end up not having what I had here because I had extra wood. Alright, so since we've done that, I got the frame complete. Now you can either pause, add that bottom, and then also then start the video again, because what we're going to do right now is do the feet. Okay? So on the feet, I got another two 35 inches, which we were talking about before. Alrighty. So what you want to do is mark those in the middle. Basically you want it centered. So you got 35 inches. So that roughly is, let's see, 1 second here. So $17.5 inches. Alright, so I'll mark my 17.5 here and here. Alright, same with here. The reason I'm doing this now is kind of showing you how I do my measurements. Once I got it in, 17.5. Alright, double check my work. Always double check your measurements. Once that's done, simply just make a line across so you got nice and flush. Nobody's going to see it anyway. It's going to be behind the board. Alright. So now that I got that flush, what you want to do at the bottom here is kind of measure in the middle where you want it to be. So, that's right about center there. All right. So, don't have to be perfect, just close enough, so that way you can make a level plane. Let me double check my measurement here real quick. One second here. So basically, when I'm gauging here, it's going to be 1 3/4 is the middle mark here. Alright, 1 3/4. Alright. Now you got it marked and you kind of eyeball it. Go ahead and stand up your frame just to make it easier. Okay. What I decided to use is have something that's away from it to kind of make it easier for me. Alright. So I have my screws, which is a total of 8. The reason for 8, so you can have 4 points to hold on it, because 2 won't hold, it'll make it too wobbly. Alright, so take my board. Alright. Basically line it up by eyeballing it close enough for where I got it here. Make sure it's flush. Make sure you stand up, it's tied. Alright. So I'm going to grab my drill. Grab this. I'm also going to check my leveling. If you want to, you can eyeball it. Alright, so that's about level right there. That's about level right there. Okay. So now I'm going to go ahead and start my drilling for one side. Notice how I have my hand up here. The reason I have my hand up here to keep it away from the screw. Just in case it's longer, it comes over here, it comes right through your hand. Right now, since I'm going to double check my measurements, make sure it's still level here. Alright, I'm going to do a cross, basically a cross pattern instead of going side by side. That way I know it's cut both sides before I finish my screws. So I got the 2 screws in. I'm going to finish the other screws, and I'm also going to do the other side. Alright, so you can pause this video on the next slide to kind of going over the instructions I talked about. And then once you finish your screws, putting your feet on, come back, play the video, and we'll show you the end state of the full wooden structure. Alright, welcome back. Alright, now here's the finished product. We are a complete wooden target, stable, not going anywhere, and ready. Now it's up to you for the choice of what you want to put on there for your target. There's many different ways that you can do that. You can use what I use. I go to local stores and they give away cardboard. It's free, they give it away, no issues, and you can just burn it or throw it away when you're done with it. Alrighty, there's different ways that you can put it up here. You can either staple it, you can nail it, you can zip tie it, but me, I chose to tape it, which is the easiest way and doesn't destroy your target after time. Now this is just the background of your target, so that way you can stick any size target that you want on there. A little bit longer tape. Alright, so it's nice on there. You can paste any target you want. You can cut your cardboard to the size you want on here. That's why I left enough room. You can get full size man targets can fit on here, or small little targets if you want to sharpen your skills. Alright, so in basic, this is your basic wooden target. Thank you for being at Rob's Basement for this video. So in conclusion, what we went over: 1, what tools you need, what equipment you need, safety, the beginning construction of the frame, the feet, and the ending, just simply taping a target on there. Alright, I thank you for visiting. You have a wonderful day. Bye.